Day 25 of 45. 4:30 a.m. Wake. 5 a.m. Drink quart H2O. 5:10 a.m. Leave house. 5:30 a.m. Starbucks. 5:45 a.m. Oncology building. 5:55 a.m. Purge : 6:05 a.m. Change clothes. 6:10 a.m. Fellowship. 6:40 a.m. Summonsed. 6:45 a.m. Radiation number 25. 6:50 a.m. P. 6:51 a.m. Depart for home. 7 a.m. Wait for tomorrow. TJC.
Yeah. Hey, listen, this is Castration of a Cowboy, episode 26 of 45.
Whoop, whoop.
This one's entitled Lost.
Oh,
Cottrell, I tell you, we're starting. I've done a lot of training. I've done a lot of running, and we call this the rough patch. Reading your text this morning, it sounds like we're coming on a rough patch. Kelly, you want to take us through it?
I'm gonna ask you, man. Where we at? Where we at today?
You know, I've been lost a number of times in my life, and several of them have been with Tony Brown.
I actually have two.
It seems to be a thing.
Uh-huh.
And it's always a growing experience, to get lost and then to recognize that you're lost and you have no hope of the future and you screwed up royally and you're never going to get out of this situation. And if you do get out, it's going to be bad. You just have you can't get out of it.
No hope.
You're stuck.
Yeah, I don't want to stop your conversation because you got a good flow here. But in particular, we were climbing Mount Rainier. It was about 2 a.m, and we were climbing across a crevasse on aluminum ladders. And Cottrell's got these big old feet and these big old pack. And Lord have mercy, 5 people had died the week before on the very trail we were taking. And at that particular time, Cottrell, I was lost. I thought we had no future because if you fell off that ladder, you were going to drag every damn one of us with you. But anyway, continue on.
I had to say,
no one.
I've been down them paths with Tony Brown before.
But you know what I'm talking about? That feeling, Cottrell, when you talked about that, I was getting goosebumps just thinking, yeah, I really thought at that particular juncture we were done for. Yeah, we might not be out of this.
Yeah. You always, you hear about that all the time. Some fool, got in over his head. And that's the feelings I'm feeling now. I feel like I was a fool. They saw the PSA going up a year or two ago, and we did absolutely nothing. Okay. No one had told me that PSA is bad, man. You don't even sit at 1. You don't even want to get a 1, I had no cognition at all that 1 was bad. And, if you get 1 and then you get 2, something's starting to happen. And then you get 3 and 4. You're up the creek and don't even know it, And there was nobody. No, even my doctor, he said, well, I don't know, let me stick my finger up your ass and we'll say, hey, feels about right, we don't think, it's probably just a bladder infection, something like that. Don't worry about it, dude, And then all at once, he comes in, man, who's your urologist? Like, I don't know who my urologist is. Shit.
I don't know. Who is he?
I
He
got to
should
get
pick up
one.
his game.
Yeah, you need to get one,
Like you were
And so you
supposed to.
phone Austin Urology and they got 37 of them. And then they say, well, who do you want? Fuck. I don't know.
The one closest to your house, I guess.
Yeah.
I want all of them.
Yeah, if it seems.
Get me into the first one. Yeah, I got problems. Well, Dr. Floyd can see you in 1 month from today.
It's gonna be higher.
I got problems. I mean, the business can't be that good over there at the urologist. Well, you got to wait a month just to see the doctor. God damn! I got a high score.
If I tell you my score, will you let me in earlier?
Yeah, like what did you to come with a 12?
Well, I mean, the first thing Dr. Floyd said, well, we need to do another PSA, go pee in this cup. And, I didn't hear back. And finally, this little Mexican lady, Mr. Cottrell, you got a 7? Holy
shit.
The shit's out of control.
I didn't even know I wasn't supposed to have a 1.
I know.
I thought you could
from
have
1 to 7.
I need the scale.
I thought you could have a 50.
Oh shit!
I think you can.
Oh, it can go.
You can get one. It's the end, but you can have it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And then they're telling me, well, I said, what's a good score? 0.
Oh,
I mean, you want a 0. 0? Shit.
We left that back a year ago.
This is information they need to tell you in high school in PE, when you take health, somebody needs to tell you this stuff, Nobody told me this stuff, I
You had to get 70 years old before you knew.
The PE teacher should have been like, gentlemen, if you like your nuts, you should watch your PSA.
That's right.
This is a PSA about PSA.
That's right. Well, you write a curriculum stuff with your work, and maybe you should work that in.
This entire
Educate these children.
So, Cottrell, how'd today go though?
Oh, today, good. I get the boys going in the morning, and I have the feeling that the conversation just transcends the whole day in the waiting room. That I'm the spark, that gets everybody communicating. So,
Hey, yesterday, I think it was yesterday.
Good.
Oh,
yeah, yesterday
we had alligator stories.
Yeah, we did alligator, but we went out in the ocean, and a good friend of ours, Larissa, was there, and that's why I wore this shirt. She's from Ukraine, and my shirt says "Fuck Putin, I stand with Ukraine," and that's because we did a fundraiser and sent some money over there for them to protect their homes and whatnot. But how much do you think the 100 people in your doctor's office is worrying about and thinking about the tragedies and destruction that's going on in Ukraine?
None.
0.
None. Yeah, 0.
They're worried about their damn score.
Yeah. Now, that's the new area of consciousness. Everybody's just, and I guess that's the way we live life. We go from one obsession to another obsession, and it's totally random, what we're thinking about at any point in time,
Mm-hmm.
like, 10 years ago, I was worried about my heart, my bypass surgery, now, that's in the rearview mirror, don't even think about it, and now it's my pecker. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's a long journey. When I first met you, you had arthritis and your hands were all crippled up, and you were injecting them with rat ovaries.
Yep.
So you don't even think about that no more, do you?
Nope.
I wouldn't want to think about
How
that.
your hands though? Show people your hands. Are they still gnarly?
Not too bad.
They
No.
they work. They don't
You
age.
kind of grow through that. You kind of just evolve. You're constantly in a situation of physical decline, but you know, you grow through it, and then you go on to the next one.
Yeah. Are you familiar? Did you take any classes in thermodynamics?
No.
Okay, well, the first law of thermodynamics is, and I'm going to butcher this, so don't anybody hold me to this. I don't want any of the phones starting to ring off the hook here.
On the radio.
Yeah. So the first law of thermodynamics is that matter is never created or destroyed. What we got is what we got. And the second law of thermodynamics is that all matter, goes from over time from order to disorder. And so if you think about when you were born, you were this glob of humanity that was contained, everything inside your, skin. And so over time, everything in that body is going to go from order to disorder, from usable to unusable, to ultimately a decay. And then you'll rot in the ground and you'll become a squirrel. But the point is that entropy, second law of thermodynamics, is about that inevitable and persistent decline that you as a human, we as a society, us as a universe, all have to kind of figure out, how are we going to manage that truth? It's not something to debate. It's not something to make up. We're going to go from usable to unusable. And, I can see that in my own body. You can certainly articulate it in your way, Terry, but, what we do and how we manage that reality gives you a bunch of choices. Like, for example, that choice of day one, you got 1 PSA level. If you'd have made a choice right then, right there, you would have flattened out the decline. But because you had to wait 6 months, now you're going through a steeper decline. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot, adjust down the road.
Your hill can get flatter.
But we're all facing that evil, or evil. It's that reality, that pretty well documented thing. You didn't like that?
I did. I
Too much of a rant?
No, go.
No, that's why I said it too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I think you pick up a bunch of that entropy management culture being raised on a ranch. The way your daddy taught you, how you keep your equipment, how you keep things organized, how you eliminate waste, how you try to smooth out, the disasters, is part of how you were taught, how people throughout Texas and most farming communities just have to get by. Because if there's a bunch of slop, there's a bunch of carelessness, there's a bunch of bad decision making, you run out of usable resources real quick, and then you're kind of like you screwed the pooch.
Oh, or the gooch.
Or the gooch, yeah. In this particular case, that was very.
Which brings us to Stephen Covey, and production equals production capability. Okay.
Right.
And so all your focus needs to be on production capability.
Sharpening
and so
the
once
saw.
you get that hammered, okay, then you can be productive. Okay. And so this is a classic case. I was not focused on production capability of my prostate.
Right.
There was, gauges that were showing me the data, but I was not pulling out the file and sharpening the saw.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You learn. Hey, I got a little book here. You mind me pulling it out and sharing with you?
Let's do it.
Yeah. This one here is called The Buddhist Boot Camp. It's written by a fella by the name of Timber Hawkeye. And it's an interesting book. Let me tell you about what the parts of it is. Talks about, he's a Marine, and it's mindfulness, love and relationships, religion, understanding, success, anger, insecurities, and living in gratitude. And we'll get to that one. I'm sure we're going to bring this book back. But here's the quote that I was kind of drawn to this morning. It says, "Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow." And that quote is by Aristotle. And, that's kind of where you are right now, brother. You might feel like you're making little steps right now, but you're making progress and you're going in the right direction. You're making the right progress. What do you think about that, Kevin?
That was great. That's a solid quote for the day.
Yeah.
Very applicable.
Yeah. And particularly with yourself, And, I mean, that motivates me to know that I'm stuck, but I keep hammering away.
Mm-hmm.
And I know eventually I will pop out.
Well,
Day 4 to 5 is coming.
You've done it plowing ground. You've done it castrating cows. When you've got a load ahead of you, you just got to do them one bird at a time. One row at a time, one cow at a time, one day at a time. And if you'll just stay in that space, that's what allows you to ultimately look up one day and go, wasn't too bad.
Top of the mountain. Day 45.
Right. Yeah, top of the mountain. Okay. Hey, guys, this has been Castration of a Cowboy, episode 25, entitled Lost. Koch, we love you, brother.
We can't wait to see you.
Hey, proud of you. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
Wait. We got to do the commercial.
And
say thank you for helping out all the people.
We appreciate you sharing.
Yeah, with all the people. I swear this is going to end up being something we're all very, very proud of that we did and gifted to the world. Okay, episode has been brought to you by 4C Ranches, a for-profit corporation certified in the state of Texas, located in Dime Box, Texas.
Dime Box.